Hey, Divas and Boos. This is Shay, your Love Diva. I'm going to let you guys get on. I know it's been a while since I've come live, but you guys have been in my hearts and you have all my love. I've missed you so much. I've been busy making you videos and I have a lot of good things cooking. So I wanted to get down to it and talk to you about the fact that there's so many people that are fighting with their spouses or fighting with their significant others, and people who are actually giving up on love, period, during the quarantine because they feel like it's impossible for them to meet somebody. So talk to me, because I'm hearing like there's couples that are all out fighting. Like domestic violence has significantly increased since the COVID-19 quarantine lockdown. So, divas, as you're coming on, please leave a heart emoji. And if you are experiencing discord with your significant other, please do a hand emoji or something. Let me know. Talk to your girl. I'm going to give you guys just a few more minutes. Leave your heart emojis as you're coming on. We are talking about dating and relationship challenges. Hi, Denise. How are you? Heart emoji in the house. Leave your heart emoji. You guys, let me tell you something. It has been insane lately when it has come to relationships. Literally, people are putting pause on each other over being stuck in the house. I'm good, Denise. Good to see you. I'm glad you can join us. People have literally been fighting. It's like you're discovering all kinds of things about your significant others. For those of you who are in a relationship or married, you're discovering that either A, you're not the main woman because somehow he has been quarantined somewhere else and he's had a good excuse on why he can't be quarantined with you, or he's just sitting up in the house doing absolutely nothing. He's not even trying to use this downtime as an opportunity to build things up for you guys and for the family. He's just chilling. Like there's no cares in the world. Like there's not going to still be bills after the quarantine, or like this isn't a time that he can start to build. Some of you guys are realizing that your man's a narcissist, that he is only about him, and that when he wants what he wants and you're not willing to get it, that he's willing to put you down and make you feel less than so that you can acquiesce to what it is that he wants. Or some of you guys are just discovering that you don't like each other at all. Like you can't stand even the sound of him breathing in your space. Like who is experiencing this? You can't stand for him to breathe around you. You don't want him to touch you. You don't even want him to look at you. And you guys are nitpicking with each other. You're fighting because you're stuck in the house together and you're having to deal with each other. It's not like you're running off to work and you're being distracted by other things. You're having to deal with each other. So I want to talk to you about strategies on how to deal with that in your relationships, but also if you are single, what can you do to meet people so that you don't slow down the momentum of your love life and you dating? All right? Because trust me, there's plenty of opportunities to meet people, even though you are at home during the quarantine. How does my lips look? Do they look okay? I want to make sure they look okay. Denise, are you single or are you in a relationship? Let me know. I really want to know. And if anybody else is joining us who stepped into the chat room, give us a heart emoji. Let us know that you're joining us. All right. So for those of you who are in a relationship and you want to kill each other, here's what I advise. The first thing is don't be up in each other's face all the time. Like have your own space. I said, are you in a relationship? And Denise said yes and no. Denise, please explain to me your situation as I'm going through these points. So have your own space. Like go get up, get dressed, and go to your own designated space as if you are going to work. And just like at work, you wouldn't be able to come in each other's face. easily, then don't do it when you're at home working. You go to your corner, he goes to his corner. And if one of you guys were unfortunately laid off, then there's still something you can do. You apply for jobs, like look for other opportunities. Hope is not lost. And if you let that fear overcome you and you think as if, woe is me, there's nothing I can do, then guess what? You're just going to set yourself up. You can set yourself up for failure or you can set yourself up for success. Either way, there's going to be challenges along the way, but the outcome is going to be different based on what you decide. Number 2, schedule quality time together. Even though you're quarantined, you start to take each other for granted and you don't really spend quality time together. You're seeing each other, but it's just a hit and run. But if you're taking quality time to say, hey, babe, why don't you meet me for a lunch break at 12:30? Then after you take your break during that time, then you can just sit down and you have your lunch and you're able to talk to each other. You're able to hang out with each other and really enjoy each other. Don't discuss the bills. Don't discuss work. Don't discuss anything serious. Act like it's a date like you guys used to do before. Denise said, I've been seeing this guy, and the more I tell him about things, the more he pulls away. Uh-oh. Like what things, Denise? What things are you telling him? You tell me what you're telling him, and I'll let you know if you're breaking the cardinal rules, okay? We're going to keep it all the way real today. I'm about to do a live on-the-spot coaching. So, Denise, let me know what you're telling him. All right, so spend quality time together. Set up your lunch dates. Set up your dinner dates. And then act like you're going on a date. And every day do this. Or at least 2 or 3 times during the week. Do that. And then that will help to strengthen your relationship. Also, be careful with your words, you guys. Have you ever, I know you've heard the saying, I used to hear this all the time from my mother. Familiarity breeds contempt. Familiarity breeds contempt. And my tongue isn't working today, so I'm sure you guys are going to correct me about the way I'm saying that. But it does. Like the more familiar you get with somebody, then the more comfortable you get, and the less careful you are with what you say to them. The less careful you are with the way your words are landing and the way you're making them feel. But guess what? You are responsible for the words that come out your mouth and how you make someone feel. So make sure that you're speaking with kindness and you're speaking with love. And it's better to be nice than to be right. Okay, Denise said, finances, life, and the things I want. So, Denise, how long have you been dating him? You've been dating this guy. Denise is sharing with us that she's been dating this guy, and the more she shares with him, the more he pulls away. So, and she said the thing she's sharing with him is finances, life, and other things that she wants. Finances, life, and the things that she wants. So that's what she's sharing with him, and then he's pulling away. Make sure if you're coming into the chat room that you leave your heart emoji, divas. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've missed you guys so much. If you're watching me, I've missed you. I love coming live with my YouTube family. You guys have been there since 2006, and I just really, really enjoy hanging out with you guys and talking to you. So leave your heart emojis. But back to, okay, too long. Oh, you've been with him for 5 years. And you said when you talk finances, all right, so how are you guys doing during the quarantine? He's pulling away during the quarantine. Where's he pulling away to? Do you guys live together? Inquiring Minds wants to know. Oh my goodness, you guys. So I have so much things to tell you, but first let me finish telling you the tips that I have for the couples and then for the singles with being able to meet people even during these times of being in the quarantine. So be careful with your words, speak kindness, and last but not least, for all of the couples out there who are complaining about their partners and how much they're getting on their nerves and how they're sick and tired of seeing them and how they're tired of hearing them breathe, you don't live together. Denise, okay. So you've been together for 5 years. You don't live together. Are you guys quarantining together or you're not? Let me know. If you're coming in, make sure you leave your heart emoji. because it's getting good. It's getting juicy. I'm going to give you guys an update. But right now we're talking about how to keep your relationship alive and well during the quarantine, because a lot of you guys are losing it. Like, couples are fighting. I literally got a call with one of my friends saying that she wants a divorce. Like, she can't stand her husband. And she didn't realize how much she couldn't stand it until the quarantine. All right, so Denise, no, he works night and I work days. All right, so Denise, one of our sisters in love, one of our divas, is sharing that her man has been pulling away ever since she started sharing certain things with him, like things about finances, things about life, things about what she wants, I guess, in life. Denise, is one of the things that you've been sharing with him where you want your relationship to go, like him committing to you and marrying you, anything like that? So Denise does not live with her boyfriend. Is he your boyfriend? Are you guys official? They've been dating for 5 years. They don't live together. He works nights, she works during the day. It's been 5 years, but she's feeling her man pulling away. So we're getting information about that. In the meantime, in between time, I'm talking about how you can not kill your spouse during the COVID-19 quarantine. So, for those who are in a relationship, just remember that there's a lot of single people who are lonely and wish they can be in your position. They wish they can have somebody who they can be quarantined with and not be home alone. They wish they had somebody they can do life with. And so look at the positive aspects of your relationship. Because if you focus on the negative, and there always will be negative, for every relationship, there is something that you can focus on that will drive you crazy. Or you can focus on something that you're like, oh my God, I'm so thankful for. Oh my God, I'm so thankful for that. If you're coming in, make sure you leave your heart emoji, diva. That just says you're here and we are co-creating love together. So leave your heart emojis. So here's the thing. If you are with somebody who you're not supposed to be with, that's going to be revealed during this time as well. Because a lot of you guys are just with somebody just because you don't want to be by yourself. And now that you're having to see them in your face all the time, it is driving you insane. And you're realizing there's parts of their personality that don't vibe with your personality. And that's good information to know. There's some of you who are realizing that your man is not even emotionally available. Like, he doesn't even want to love you the way you deserve to be loved. Denise, what happened to you? Let me know. So you guys don't live together and he's been pulling away and the other stuff. So have you been discussing like where your relationship is going, like what you want from him? Talk to us, because I'm about to help you. I'll tell you what's blocking you. I'm gonna tell you what's blocking you and what you can do to wheel him back in or throw that fish back out and catch another one. All right, so to the single people, if you are single and you are feeling the stress and the fear around the COVID-19 and everything that's going on and everything that is changing in the world right now, then you are not alone. First, I'm going to say is fear attracts more fear. So if you are in a spirit of being fearful, and I get it, because there's people that are losing their jobs and there's people that are losing a lot of money. The 401ks are looking crazy. And you're just like, oh my God, the future looks so uncertain. And I get it. However, the most productive thing you can do is focus on what you can control. And that is yourself. What you can do is you can have faith and trust that everything is still working together for your good. No matter what anything looks like, it's still working together for your good. That's the first thing. The second thing is that if you're by yourself and you're feeling the loneliness and you don't want to have to continue to feel lonely, you can make a decision to do something today so that you're not by yourself in the future. Because as human beings, when you're able to do things to work on yourself to improve your situation, then what that does is it makes your mind feel like it's doing something and it makes you happier and more satisfied. Denise, are you still here? She said he's been talking about marriage and then about buying a home. Oh, he's been talking about it? Then why do you think he's pulling away then, Denise? What is he doing that's making you think he's pulling away? Yes. Okay. Tell me, what is he doing that makes you think he's pulling away? So for single people, this is a perfect time to start dating. No, you can't go outside. We're still practicing social distancing. However, you can still date because there are a ton of things going on online for you to meet people. Online dating sites are still there. There's a ton of meetup organizations that are having online networking events or mixers. There's speed dating online. There's Netflixing and chilling. There's all kinds of things that are happening online. Now, when you're going online, some of you guys, I've seen okay, Denise said because about the finances. All right, so he's pulling away because the finances, are they looking challenging? If you're tuning in, Denise is having a little love trouble in paradise because her man's starting to pull away. He wants to get married and buy a house. And she's talking about finances, life, and other things. And there's some disconnect going on right here. So we're finding out, and then hopefully I'll be able to find out enough information so I can coach Denise on what she needs to do so that it can help her improve her relationship. And for those of you who stays on, then you'll be able to see me live, do what it is that I do. Now, when I'm coaching somebody and I can feel their energy, so beyond just giving them advice that I know, I can feel their energy. I can see into their situation. That helps me to pinpoint where the barriers and the issues are. And then I can guide them on what they need to do moving forward. So usually I'm able to look at them face to face. This is different because we're in chat and I'm having to read words and then read between the lines. So we're going to be able to work through that challenge as well. But if you're coming on, I'm getting ready to do an on-the-spot coaching demonstration. So you want to stay tuned. And if you're coming on, go ahead and leave a heart emoji. Let us know you're with us. So for single people, your profiles look like a hot mess. And your profile is like bait to a fisher, because a fisher will use a certain kind of bait to attract a certain type of fish. And so when you are setting your online profile up and you're saying certain and using certain words, it's literally baiting and attracting certain type of fish. And some of those fish are tilapia, which is not good for you, or catfish. I don't know if you like catfish or tilapia, forgive me, but I'm just saying. So if you want to attract better quality men, affluent men, wealthier men, men who are successful, men who got something going for themselves, then you want to use a different type of bait. And there's a way that you have to set your profile up in order to do that. Now, I have a class that I'm going to be teaching on Monday that's going to literally walk you through like how to set up a juicy profile, how to be able to date online. What are different dating ideas? All right, Denise is back. She said, okay, I feel that I should not have to work all year long. I like cruising or vacationing once a year. And he feels that we should be only worried about buying a house. Okay. Denise, sweetie baby, I'm your sister in love, right? And so as your coach, I'm going to keep it real. Now, men, good, decent men, they have a need to provide and protect if they're serious about you. Now, you said that he wants to marry you and he wants to buy a house. The biggest fear for a man is not to get married. A lot of women think that men are afraid to commit and settle down. But that's not the truth. Men are afraid to commit and settle down with the wrong woman. A woman who they feel is going to make their life more difficult. That's going to nag them. That's not going to take care of the kids. Not going to help out with co-creating the kind of life that they envision. And finances is a big thing, because if you have a good man, he's not going to want to see you or the household in a position that he can't fix. And so if you're focusing on cruising and traveling when he's trying to get you guys in a house, then that's sending the signal to him that your priorities aren't in order. Now, you wanting to travel and do all of that is fine. It's nothing wrong with wanting to travel. I'm a travel the world girl. We got to take at least 4 to 5 trips a year. However, when you're trying to accomplish a big goal like buying a house, then his point of view is like, where's your willingness to sacrifice? Where's your willingness to go maybe even 1 year without the trip so that we can accomplish something that can set us up for a lifetime? Because home ownership really is the gateway to wealth creation and building. And so if you guys buy a house, then that can be able to set you up for a lifetime. We're back to the fishing analogy. Teach a man to fish, or to give a man a fish he can eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish he can eat for a lifetime. Buying the house is the lifetime purchase. Buying the cruise is just a momentarily enjoyable purchase. That can happen, but it just might need to be delayed a little bit, like accomplish getting the house done. So he's pulling away because he's like, clearly you don't care about what's important. You don't care about us being able to build something that is going to help our future. So I encourage you to listen to what he's saying and be mindful that that's a good sign, trust me, because there's a lot of irresponsible men out there who would rather be the other way around. They would rather just buy all kinds of things that is not going to be beneficial to the household and then just leave you hanging. She said, I have been doing everything by myself. I work 2 jobs. He never helps with anything. So he doesn't help with, you said you get that. Okay, so you're saying he doesn't help with anything, like help with any of your bills or anything? Just explain that part more about what he doesn't help with. All right, so back to the singles. Singles, all is not lost with your love life and with dating. I know it's stressful, but take your focus off of what's going on around you because you can't control it, but you can control you. You can control becoming the greatest version of you so that when your soulmate shows up, they can see you and recognize you. You can just work on you and prepare yourself for love to show up. Or if you feel like you've been working on yourself and you're ready to meet the one, then there's plenty of things that you can do. There's plenty of date ideas that you can do. If you're in a relationship with somebody and you guys don't live together, there's awesome date ideas that you guys can do so that you can maintain the connection. And it's actually a great thing that people are being quarantined because they're being forced to slow down. They're being forced to slow down, not rush through the dating process, and actually take their time. It's so awesome. It really is. Because literally there's people who are meeting in the afternoon and they're in bed that evening, and it's really scary. So this is a great thing. And there's a lot of guys that are feeling lonely too. So a lot of guys are they're not jumping from relationship to relationship. They're not like, oh, you're not the right one, let me go and look for somebody else. It's like they're hanging on a little bit longer, wanting to communicate more, wanting to do FaceTime more, and wanting to have a connection. I think what's going on in the world is waking people up. This hopping around is not for anybody. This is for the birds. There's a lot of men that's telling me I wish I had somebody that I can be quarantined with and that I can enjoy being around during this time. We don't know what's going on. So it's making people think tomorrow's not promised. And with tomorrow not promised, then all we have is today. And what's important today? Well, love is important today. Ending loneliness is important today. Not being on a roller coaster when it comes to love and somebody not treating you the way you want to be treated. Denise, are you still there? I'm still waiting on your response. So you said he doesn't help you with anything. It seems like there's some things that he is not doing that's frustrating you. And that's why you're probably reacting to him the way you're reacting. So give me as much of the story as possible, and then I can tell you what to do. First thing though, if you're feeling like your man is pulling away, don't chase after him. If you talk to him and you're asking him, like, is there anything that we need to discuss? Is there something bothering you? I can tell you what's bothering me. Tell me what's bothering you. Let's put it on the table. Whatever you do, don't argue with him. Don't make him feel bad for sharing how he feels with you. Hear him, listen to him, thank him for being willing to share how he feels. She said, no bills. I have my child and myself to take care of. I don't receive help with my child. No help. And you said with your child. So it's not his child. Is it his child or no? Because I totally get that. I understand the deadbeat story. Trust me. I definitely understand the deadbeat story. And it's hard to raise a child by yourself. It is. So it's not his child. And he doesn't help with anything, not bringing groceries over, not anything. Y'all been together for 5 years? Yeah, I think I would be a bit frustrated if I was dating a guy for 5 years and he's planning on buying a house. He wants to buy a house. It looks like he wants to buy the house with you. But where's the ring though? It's like first comes marriage, then comes carriage. So I feel that I do the best I can do for us. Okay. I understand. I understand that you feel like you're giving something to the relationship that you're not getting back from him. And if you feel like he's pulling away, especially after you've already mentioned it to him, like, I'm feeling like this. I'm feeling like you're pulling away. I'm not feeling as connected. I'm feeling like you're less loving. If there's an issue, talk to me. And if he's not willing to talk to you and he's still pulling away, the best thing you can do is let him pull. Don't call him. Don't text him. Don't Skype him. Don't message in the bottle him. Don't do nothing. He helps only when he feels like it. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Mm-mm. I can tell you from personal experience that you want to marry a man who, first, it doesn't take him 5 years in order to propose to you. Second, he will do things in the right order. He's going to want to give you his last name before you guys are buying a house. Third, you won't have to be the one doing everything for y'all. That's not your job as the woman. It's not your job to be supporting and taking care of your household, including him, if I'm interpreting that correctly. And then he needs to be the one trying to figure out how to fix this with you. So if you need something and he's not coming over with groceries like, hey babe, I got you, then that's a problem. Because biochemically, when a man's falling for you, his serotonin drops and so does his testosterone. That means that his serotonin makes him think about you all the time. He wants to talk to you, be around you, and his testosterone dropping makes him more nurturing. So he wants to give to you. So men who are in love behave a completely different way versus men who are not in love. And you know it in their behavior. Because a man who is lukewarm for you is the worst man to be with. They breadcrumb you by just giving you just enough, glimpses of the way it may have used to be. He will give you just barely enough. Leave a heart emoji. If you're coming on, let us know you're here. But he will give you just barely enough. Only to break your heart and not really be into you and make you feel like you're missing something and make you feel like you're crazy for wanting more. So I hope that helps, Divas and Boos. I'm going to go. I'm sorry that you haven't seen me. Your girl has been dealing with like neck and back pain and some other things, but I'm going to do my best to come here and do some more lives with you. Just hang in there. Have faith. Focus on what you can control. Focus on the positive. And just know that I send you so much love, peace, and blessings to you. This has been Shay, your Love Diva. Don't forget to tune in to the online dating during the quarantine that's happening on Monday. You can find that on yourlovediva.com is a sign-up page for you to register. You're so welcome. Denise said, thank you for your help. You're so welcome, babes. I hope I see you on Monday. Also join my Facebook group. You can join the Share Your Love Diva on Facebook, and then you will see the access to the private Facebook that we have. And I interact with you guys in detail. We have an awesome discussion there all the time. So join us. I wish you guys all the best. Enjoy your Friday night. Peace and blessings. And don't give up on love. Bye, divas and boos.